For her thrill fix, she jumps out of a plane at 30,000 feet with no gear at all. Right before landing, she strikes a pose, taunting death itself. She'll even ignore everyone's weird stares and stroll outside completely naked. That wild, carefree strut leaves every guy on campus stunned. The reason she goes this far? She's trapped in an endless loop, reliving the same birthday over and over. A big-headed doll shows up and kills her. No matter where she hides, that doll head tracks her down with deadly precision and finishes her off. Then Kayla jolts awake from the dream, forced to live this miserable day all over again. Either way, she gets killed every night, and everyone's memory resets to zero. So she just lets loose, even ripping farts right in front of the guys without a care.
Did you get all out?
Whatever. You won't remember it anyway.
The story begins. Kayla wakes up and realizes she slept in a guy's dorm. She drank way too much at the party last night, so a stranger from school carried her back. The two of them don't even know each other, but for Kayla, whose love life is a total mess, this is nothing new. She scrambles into her clothes, ready to bolt.
Dude, you hit that flying vagina or what?
So awkward. The guy just claimed nothing happened, but his roommate immediately blows his cover. Today is Kayla's birthday, and it's day one of her endless loop. Everything around her right now becomes a key reference point once she resurrects. The cool guy with the glasses, the chubby lady selling insurance, the couple hit by the sprinklers, the passerby who faints from heatstroke, every word she exchanges with her suitor.
It's not like you have a foot long.
The classmate who says hi to her, Kayla responds to all of it with looks of disgust and contempt. Even the birthday cake her roommate sweetly made for her, she ruthlessly tosses in the trash. Kayla's whole character is a rotten person so awful she's got no real friends. Her circle is all materialistic socialites. The moment she sits down next to them with a plate of food, they shoo her away in disgust, because for these classy socialites, carbs are off the table in the morning. But just as she gets up to leave, she crashes right into Nick, who's come to drop off a bracelet. Chocolate milk spills all over Kayla.
I'm sorry, Drew.
Wait, you two know each other?
Yeah.
No.
Nick only came to return the bracelet. Kayla doesn't want anyone knowing they hooked up, so she quickly pulls him aside. Nick's let down by how she's acting and hurries off. Soon it's nighttime. Kayla and her bestie are getting ready for a party when she catches Lori wearing her pajamas. The two start fighting over it. Just then, the power suddenly cuts out. Half an hour later, Kayla puts on a sexy white dress and heads to the party alone. But when she reaches an underpass, something strange happens. There's a music box sitting in the middle of the road, playing Happy Birthday with a creepy, eerie tune. Kayla figures it's her roommate's prank and doesn't think much of it. In fact, she really likes the gift. Then she hears footsteps behind her. Kayla whips around and sees a doll head staring right at her. Her gut tells her this thing is up to no good, so she threatens to call the cops if it doesn't leave, and the doll head actually runs off scared. Still shaken, Kayla wants to get out of this creepy place fast. But she's barely taken 2 steps when the music box starts playing again. The doll head suddenly appears behind her. Kayla bolts in terror, stumbles, and hits the ground. She scrambles up and looks around, and luckily the doll head hasn't caught up. Suddenly, Kayla jolts awake. She's back in the guy's dorm. She thinks it was just a nightmare, but she remembers every single detail clearly. Nick says she got hammered last night and asks if she remembers him.
Carter.
You remember?
She actually does call him Nick. Taylor is stunned. She hasn't grasped what's really going on with her yet. Just then, the roommate who teased Nick pushes the door open.
You hit that flying vagina or what?
Everything is exactly like the dream. The cool guy with the glasses, the chubby insurance lady, the couple hit by sprinklers, the passerby fainting from heatstroke, and that persistent suitor. She can predict everything around her perfectly. She turns down the cake from her roommate and sees the danger coming.
Becky, look out! You two know each other?
No.
The only difference is that Nick has forgotten why he came. Kayla reminds him her bracelet is in his pocket, which proves she can change how the dream plays out. That night, her bestie shows up in her clothes and invites her to the party. She glances at the clock. It's 9:23, and right on cue, the power goes out. On her way to the party, Kayla spots that creepy music box again. Thinking of that terrifying doll head, she immediately turns around and runs. Half an hour later, she finally reaches the party villa, but the atmosphere here feels eerie and chilling. She works up the courage to open the door, and the next second,
Surprise?
The hell tree.
it's the birthday surprise everyone planned for her. Her bestie's boyfriend Nick, dressed up as the doll head, gets hurt when she hits him. He tells Kayla to come upstairs later to make it up to him, treating his own girlfriend standing right there like she's invisible. Given Kayla's personality, she can't resist sneaking upstairs. To set the mood, Nick turns on the spotlights and the speakers in the room. Kayla finds it too loud and tells him to shut the speaker off, but Nick is lost in the blasting music and can't hear a thing. Just then, her bestie texts, demanding to know if she's with her boyfriend. Kayla of course won't admit it, and the two start bickering over text. Neither of them notices the terrifying doll head quietly slipping into the room. room. The blasting music perfectly covers every sound. When Kayla turns around, she assumes it's just Nick pulling another prank. She dodges the attack, grabs a wall ornament, and knocks the doll head down. She tries to escape while it's reeling from the pain, but the doll head flings her onto the bed. Just then a young guy walks into the room. Kayla thinks she's found her lifeline and screams for help, but the guy assumes he's interrupting Nick getting lucky and backs out with a sleazy grin. The doll head seizes the chance, grabs a glass jar off the table, and smashes it against the headboard, turning it into a blade.
Is everything okay?
This is Kayla's second resurrection. She's now certain she's not dreaming. She quickly throws her clothes on and runs out. The familiar street scenes keep playing out. Kayla's in no mood for any social events now. She tells her roommate Lori everything she's been going through lately, but no normal person would believe something this insane. That night, Kayla doesn't go anywhere. She nails every door and window shut, thinking that'll keep her safe. But the doll head still shows up. It's been hiding inside the closet the whole time. Kayla spins around, knocks it out, and plans to escape, but she sealed off all the exits herself. Looks like there's no dodging today's fate either. This is the third resurrection. Kayla has completely lost it. She tells Nick about all the bizarre things happening to her, figuring that if she can just find that doll head and kill it, the curse on her will lift on its own. Surprisingly, Nick totally believes her absurd story. He thinks finding the killer won't be hard. Since they chose to strike on her birthday, it has to be someone she knows. All they need to do is make a list of everyone Kayla's recently offended, then check them off one by one. Over the next few days, Kayla dies and comes back and dies, a good 3 or 4 times, but she still hasn't found the real killer. Her attitude only gets better, though. After all, she can resurrect. Kayla starts shamelessly using her reincarnations to enjoy life. She struts around campus in beautiful new outfits and throws coffee on her boss. But this time, after the doll head kills her, she wakes up with a splitting headache and no strength at all, and eventually passes out. Kayla is rushed to the hospital. In her daze, she sees the doll head slowly walking toward her. Only when it gets close does she realize it's Nick. Just then the power cuts out. Once it's back on, Dr. Lawton walks in with the test results. According to the films, Kayla has severe internal injuries. Under normal circumstances, she'd have died 800 times over. That's when Kayla realizes she isn't immortal. Every resurrection does massive damage to her body. Kayla decides she won't just sit and wait to die. While Lauren goes to buy a drink, she sneaks into her office and steals the car keys. To her shock, she finds a doll head mask in a hidden compartment in the drawer. Just as she's convinced Lawton is the one killing her, that mysterious doll head appears again. Kayla doesn't want a head-on confrontation, so she rushes to the garage and makes a clean getaway. She's thrilled, thinking that if she can just dodge the doll head's pursuit and survive today, it'll all be over. But to her dismay, a police car comes chasing after her. Kayla is forced to pull over for speeding. She's instantly overjoyed, because if she gets thrown in jail, it's way safer in there than out here.
I'm drunk.
You are.
Wasted. And I'm high.
The cop is completely baffled by the scene and can only arrest her by the book. But just as she's cuffed and sitting in the passenger seat, while the heavyset officer is calling for backup, disaster strikes.
Oh God, get me out! Get me out! Get me out!
The doll head just glances at her, then walks back to its car. It rolls down the window and lights a candle. Turns out the cruiser's fuel tank got smashed in the crash, and gasoline is spilled all over the ground.
Fuck.
When Kayla wakes up again, she's exhausted. She has zero interest in Nick's greeting and walks out of his dorm without a word. But Nick can tell something's off and tags along like he's stuck to her. Kayla immediately admits she's reliving this same day, then runs through everything that's about to happen on campus.
See that pledge over there, the one in the baseball hat? He's going to fall right now.
It leaves Nick stunned, and he instantly believes her. When the two of them get to a restaurant, a news report comes on the TV. It's about a murderer named John who's been hospitalized with a gunshot wound and has killed more than 6 women in 5 months. The moment Kayla sees it, she remembers the cop at the hospital and instantly realizes the big-headed doll is this killer. So she races back to the hospital. She watches the officer walk into the ward and immediately charges in. She smashes the glass on a nearby fire cabinet and grabs the axe hanging inside. But when she gets close, she finds the cop is already dead, and the big-headed doll is right behind her, aiming a pistol at her. It only hits the axe in her hand, though. Clearly, it doesn't want to kill Kayla right away. The nurse who just rushed over isn't so lucky. While Kayla keeps mashing the elevator button, the big-headed doll catches up. He lifts the mask, staring at his prey with a thrilled expression. Just as Kayla thinks today's going to reset again, Nick suddenly tackles John, and the pistol drops right at his feet. Kayla instantly grabs it, aims at John, and orders him to let Nick go, then pulls the trigger, only to find it's out of bullets. Seeing this, John snaps Nick's neck on the spot. Kayla immediately turns and runs. Thanks to her slim build, she squeezes through a locked door. Watching his prey escape, John kicks the lock open.
There's nowhere to hide, little girl!
Kayla slowly steps out from behind him and clobbers him with an iron rod while he's not looking. But just as she's about to end it all, she suddenly realizes that if she doesn't die, then Nick stays dead forever. Now that she knows who the real killer is, things are simple. She immediately drops the iron rod, turns, and runs upstairs.
See you soon, asshole.
When Kayla wakes up again, she feels a stiff neck kind of pain. But seeing that Nick is alive, she throws her arms around him at once. She never expected he'd sacrifice himself to save her. Before he can even enjoy it, Kayla walks off carrying his pillow. This day means something special to Kayla. She finally knows who the killer is. She then heads to the hospital. While the guard on watch isn't paying attention, she snatches his sidearm. Once the cops leave, Kayla slowly approaches the bed.
Sleep. Open your eyes.
But she forgot the safety. John smacks the pistol out of her hand and pins her against the wall in seconds. He's thrilled and surprised that his prey came right to him. Kayla lands a kick while he's distracted and dodges John's furious blow. Just then, the alarm on Kayla's clock goes off, and a satisfied smile spreads across her face. The next second, the power suddenly cuts out, plunging John into darkness. When the lights come back, Kayla is no longer where she was. She's already behind him with the gun trained on him.
Hey! Safety's off. Thanks for the tip.
She immediately heads back to her dorm and lights a candle. These days have left Kayla worn to the bone. All she wants now is to live to see tomorrow. She makes a wish and blows out the candle. When Kayla wakes up again, she finds herself back in Nick's dorm.
This can't be happening.
What?
I killed him! I stopped it!
Who? What are you talking about?
Her spirit shatters. No matter what she does, this day keeps repeating. So she goes back to her dorm to pack, planning to leave town for somewhere else. But Lori is puzzled about why she'd suddenly want to go. She lights the birthday cake she'd prepared.
Happy birthday. Thanks, but I already ate it last night.
Just then, Kayla suddenly realizes something's wrong. That's right, she ate the cake last night, and then she went to sleep.
Oh my god. You killed me. What?
She'd never eaten this cake before any other time, and the big-headed doll at school is Lori.
But it was always you.
Triggered. Is this a joke? You think I would actually try to poison you with a freaking cupcake?
Okay then. Prove it.
Kayla blows out the candle, then signals Lori to take a bite. When Lori won't eat it, that proves her theory. She threatens to take the cake to the police. At this, Lori drops the act. She grabs a fistful of Kayla's hair and slams her hard against the door, then locks it. She confesses it's because the teacher chose Kayla instead of her. Kayla never imagined she'd kill her over a man. And Lori just can't figure out how Kayla saw through her plan.
Because you've killed me before.
Kayla seizes the chance to reach for the cake and lands a punch square in Lori's face. When Lori lets go, she grabs the cake to make her taste death. Kayla looks at the chandelier overhead and instantly thinks of a plan. She sprints, leaps up, and grabs the chandelier, then kicks Lori away with all her force. Kayla can finally breathe a sigh of relief now. The TV reports the campus death incident, and Kayla's friends all start bad-mouthing Lori. The police have figured out the whole story too, and Carter now invites Kayla out himself. But when Kayla wakes up again, the phone rings right on schedule, and Nick acts like he's meeting her for the very first time.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to, sleep in or not.
Just as terror washes over Kayla's face, Nick reveals he's only joking. It's Tuesday now. Kayla has finally broken free from the curse of the loop.